Porcupine Mountain State Wilderness. I'm over in 21. Well, I made it to the Porcupine Mountains, and boy did they make it easy to get to Lake of the Clouds. Drive up here and accessible trails. Well, that was the easiest viewpoint I've ever found. I went up that one rock, but could have come up the accessible trail. And there are trails down through, back out, all throughout this Porcupine State Wilderness. Porcupine Mountain State Wilderness. There's backcountry camping. I will not be doing that. I will be staying in the campground tonight. I'll show you that later. For wilderness, it's not very remote with the people, at least not right here, because it's just too easy. Only thing you need to do is have your recreational access pass from Minnesota, or a day pass to get in here. Other than that, you just drive up the mountain, walk up 300 feet, if that, and you got the view. I wanted this trail. Let's see what I find. By the way, this is Scotty Wandering. My name is Peter, and I do try to get out and adventure a little bit, do a lot of campground tours, show you what's around, mostly Wisconsin, but I've got a series in the UP. Figured I had to get away from the crowd so I can talk to you for a second. This is part of my series of videos in the UP showing you what's around here. So I figured I'd do a little bit in the Porcupine Mountains. I am just going to brush the surface and show you a campground tour at the end. So my first visit was Lake of the Clouds, a lake in the clouds, and it was just too easy to get to that viewpoint. I was told, oh, that's the hike to take. I expected that to be a hike. This is a hike, but to get to there was not a hike. Now, when I was at the visitor center, there was all sorts of permitting going on for campsites, so you could book a campsite like this for you and your friends out here in the wilderness. Now here's the thing. North Mirror Lake Trail. Hey, Lake of the Clouds, it's only a half mile away. Where does it talk about elevation change here? Because that's taking you down to the bottom there. And then back up again. I'm on the Escarpment Trail. I'll check that out. Lake of the Clouds. 0.5 miles. There is a lodge or a cabin you can rent down there, as well as some campsites 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all down that way. Well, the signage kind of told me everything I need to know, except the weather, which currently is a dew point right around the temperature. So we're looking at like 85%, 90% humidity here, pushing 80 degrees. And I really don't feel like pushing myself that hard today. I'm sorry, just not going to do it. I want to work my way to my campsite and get on Lake Superior. Alright, to give you a sense of what I got to do now, is my campsite is over the other side of that mountain on Lake Superior. But I got to drive 7 miles that way on the other side of the escarpment down to the main visitor area, cut north or south, and on the south side of all of those, that ridge, and then back up to get there. All right, time to learn something. Why the Porcupine Mountains? Well, from Lake Superior, the main range of mountains looks like a crouching porcupine. That's where the name came. There's been lots of mining and things over the years. It's left its scars here and there. And in 1945, they made it a state park. And I'm kind of curious what's going on over here. A little stream. Somebody made something nice and pretty here. That is some clear water. And let's see if we get a view of Lake Superior from over here. Yep, just a few feet further. And here we are. And I have a feeling that what I'm standing on is probably remnants of a mine or something. Tailings from a mine attempt. Because it doesn't quite look natural. Just across the road from that viewpoint and the historical marker, yeah, there's an old mine. That's where the water's coming out of. And that's where all those tailings came from that we're standing on. Hey look, a trailhead. This one's for the Nonesuch Mine, historical site, and waterfall. Let's go see what we find. Well, this trail was fairly simplistic. It was flat the whole way in. Now I'm somewhere. Danger, falling rocks, stay away from building foundations. There's another trail off that way. That one's not marked. Ooh, danger. Let's try that first. That does not look old. It's a little crumbly. Doesn't look old. It's too shiny. Interesting how they use some bricks to hold it together. But I hear water that way. It's a very long, high wall that doesn't look like there's any support to it. By the way, no metal detecting here. And apparently this is a swimming hole. Things are running a little dry right now, but nice big swimming pool right here. Well, it took me 3 hours from checking in to getting to my campsite. That's a long ways away. Then go down, check out the water, rest a while, and then we're going to check out the falls right here. End of the video will be a full tour of the campground. Ooh, we got stairs. All right, let's do this. Well, you're not going to be building sandcastles on this beach. It's pebbly beach with huge slabs of sandstone that go out into the water. But you can pick your own little spot to hang out amongst the rocks, the old trees. Well, somebody's hungry and needs a nap. So, time to rest up. Okay, go hike up those stairs again. Low water levels make for more friendly falls to wander. And my feet are still dry. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how I got down to this spot to look at these falls, but there was some kids down here and I watched how they got out. That's how I figured out how to get down. Okay, if you can see this, there's a whole Porcupine Mountain Wilderness State Park. We are way down over here in that campground. So we're going to do that campground tour now. So there's one big loop here with a center section and then a second loop over on that side. We're going to start in this stretch that actually on this side is along the lake, but along a cliff, so it's not really on the lake. And this is just so wide open. You're in this section or you're in that. So it's one over here, two over here, and these are choose your own adventure campsites. However you want to use the space, it's up to you. 3, I don't know what the cones mean. 4 over here. 5 is this collection over here. Sorry about the shoes. They're still a little damp from last night. I mean, this one's a better tent site because you can get all the way down there, but I guess I could drive all the way down there at 6 and park sideways right against the railing if I wanted. 7 over here. Lots of trees, lots of people able to hang hammocks in here. But not every site has hammock trees. 8 over here. 9 is the first part of the corner here. It goes way down. Let's go take a quick look at that. Now this one doesn't have a railing, but I'm feeling it probably should, because that's a nasty drop. Okay, 10 on the outside corner, and that's the last of those that are on the water in the stretch. 11 has got all of this, but you know, how much do you really need? Then this one has walk-ins. So 12 through 17 are nestled back in the woods over here. Kind of nicely. Alright. This one is 18. License plate matching their vehicle. Water is back there somewhere. I'm glad I brought my own, didn't need that. 19, nicely tucked into the woods over there. That's one that is not with the neighbors. Nothing here. 20 is nicely isolated and well defined as its own. I'm over in 21, and my space, I don't know where it really ends. Probably in the trees here. 22, out in the woods here. 23, with a little teardrop. 24 starts here, gets those trees too. I think there's a site here. That's 24, that's 25. I'm not sure what this one is, but actually I don't see its fire pit and fire ring. 25. These are huge sites. Anything will fit. 26 is this whole stretch. And then 27 is all of that. Now this is all non-electric. There's no electric in this place. And no generators. So you're not hearing air conditioners running. And you don't have generators running. Alright. So I started here. Or started down there. That's where one makes a loop around to 27. Now we'll go out here 28 on around that loop, and then we'll go up the middle of that section. So we're at 28 is this corner lot here. 29 is this big old one over here. 30 with the tube tent. Is there something I've been seeing more of lately? Another set of pet toilets. This whole section is just more isolated sites than the other one. 31, huge site, and a definite division between you and the neighbors. And this next one, they got hammocks way back in the woods back there. So it's 32 over here. So that just backs up to the neighbors. 33. So all of that. Okay, 34. Tucked in there. Nice and deep. 35 is this corner lot here. 36 backs up to a gorge, basically, or a ravine. And that's very isolated out there. And then we get to the stairs that take you down to the lake in the campground. And there's a lot of them. But that was a nice way to cool off last night. Went down and took a full dunk. 37 over here on the rail looking out to the lake. 38. It's got this whole corner. Nobody's here right now, but it's a whole corner. 39. They really squeeze themselves over there and right against the tree. 40 is this space. There's like nobody in this. Oh, they are in there. Okay. 41 over here, the last of those. There's nothing here. This is wide open. No space there. And then 42 on the corner down here. And I just have the next section down the middle. Alright, 43's got this corner lot here, which is massive. You're showing up in the smaller vehicles, you feel like you're wasting space. 44. I mean, they're over there, but they have all the way out here, or to here, I guess. 46 is over here in the middle. 45, this empty spot here. 46 here amongst the trees in the middle. No, that's 48. Sorry. 47 is over here. Yeah, that's all 48 all the way out to here, and then nothing beyond that at all. Last couple are right in here, 49, and the fifth wheel scamp, and 50 on the corner. Well, not even, they don't even make it to the corner. But it has nice trees and sun, so it's got both. So that's my first look, although it was long, I'm sure, of the Porcupine Mountains Wilderness State Park in Michigan's UP. Now, this section here with the campground and a couple waterfalls coming down the river, and then on the other side of the river there's a bridge that goes over to another access to the beach from the day use area, feels incredibly like the layout of what's just a couple miles on the shore to my west at Black River Bay. But that's a national forest, and the national forest has a different feel than the state parks. This just looks like one of all the other state park campgrounds I've been to in Michigan, where it's this open space, you just figure out how you're going to work it. Over in the national forest, that feels more like the Wisconsin State Park layout, where you have woods and carved out little sites that with pads that you park here. So you decide which kind of thing you like. They're both available within a few miles of each other as the crow flies. You got to go way back inland, over and back out to get to that. Now, the Porcupine Mountains have a lot to explore. If you are a backpacker, this is your dreamland. If you want to backpack, remote camp, even backpack and go to a cabin, that's the place to be. That's not how I travel. I roll up, I have my bed. That's the way I like to go. I'll go explore here and there, but there is so much more to do out there. I sent a message to my wife last night telling her where I was, and a friend that was with her said, "Hey, you got to hike to Lake of the Clouds." And I'm like, "Hike? You drive there and park and walk 300 feet and you're there." And then she showed a picture of her friend who walked 15 miles a day to go to Lake of the Clouds and back. Well, she must have gone from the visitor center all the way up and then back. Like, so you can choose your adventure. You want to drive up? You can do that. You want to hike it in and probably appreciate it more. I bet you would. You can do that if you've got the time. I just had one day here. Obviously, you could spend days here without any problem. This feels a little more national park to me here. The potential of what is here in this wilderness and the hiking that's available. There are other remote little campgrounds around that aren't quite as big as this. They're just like 3 or 4 site campgrounds all over that you can drive to that are near the trailheads. All right, so from the shores of Lake Michigan, or Lake Superior, sorry, here. This is Scotty Wandering. My name is Peter. If you did get something out of this, let me know. Leave a comment down below or subscribe to my channel. This is the last in this little series from the UP. I already did a different series. I'm not sure where I'm going next. I don't know what the next videos will be, because by the time this comes out, it's already well into the fall. So I'll see you on the next one. Get on out there and keep chasing those waterfalls for now.